starting a wee bit later than I intended, but, you know, almost on time. Almost on time. We are, I think we are good to go, good to go. La 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 la. Righto, 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 righto. Ba-dun, dun, 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 do that, 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 do that, 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 do that. Hey, dork. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit better. I took my night and got over it, so I'm all well and dandy. How are you? Trevor! Oh, you're new. Well, I think you're new. Apologize if you've been here before and I just don't recall. Well, welcome, Trevor! That's Sam Glam. I know. I think it's sexy. I think it's sexy. Disillusioned Dork don't like it, but everyone has their own taste, though. All right. I gotta say though that the Eorzea collection website has got so many glam ideas. I see a lot of grinding in my future for pieces. I want to see how they look with each other. Like there's some interesting ideas. There's some interesting ideas. It does look. I am like, yeah. Look good like good shit. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, so we're gonna start off by finishing up this part of the Sam quest. I'm assuming a lot of it's gonna get gated behind like where we are progression-wise as we go through Stormblood. At least that's how Death Knight did it, and I'm assuming the same will be applied here. Still, more than likely, most of the stream is gonna end up being primarily MSQ, with touching on the Sam story quest when we can unlock certain tidbits of it here and there. Hopefully, we shall see. Oh, that reminds me, I should probably pull up journal and make sure everything's going to be tracked. Price of betrayal, right? Yeah, those are all the relevant quests that we got running now. Feeling fresh and clean? Nice. I assume you take a shower? Or do you mean like the other version of that, I suppose? You think this one looks out of place? The Shire gear looked like it was from a completely different class on Sam. Not sure what you mean by out of place. It looks more oriental than the Shire, than the garbage Shire gear set. Well, garbage in the sense of samurai aesthetic. Like I said, it would look good on a blacksmith for like aesthetic. Too bad you can't equip it to a blacksmith. Again, it would look great as a blacksmith, like, I almost use transmog as a term, as a blacksmith glam. Big, thick gloves, that nice like leather-esque feel. All that gave me blacksmith vibes. I didn't get any vibes from like a fighter at all from that set. Futuristic? I'm assuming you're talking about the... I guess the leathery feel. Well, leather's actually not that new of an invention. Or it could be more the latex vibe because of the black dye. I don't see any futuristic vibes from it. Well, I do see... It's definitely a unique design, but futuristic? I don't get that. There is a set, though, that is super futuristic, though. There is a set that's super futuristic. Someone made a Genji set that looks like it's straight out of a sci-fi game. Like, I didn't even know there were sets in this game that looked like that. Like, the most sci-fi stuff I saw was the Ironworks gear, which is pure sci-fi. That's just tech. It's literally just cyber tech. So, there are future sets. I would not put this set in that. I would say it's still ornamental. It's still fiber. It's still cloth. So I don't get any like technological, shiny robotics from it at all. The closest to that would probably be the blade, but with this glow right here. But other than that, I don't get that vibe at all myself. It's kind of cyberpunkish, like an Arasaka assassin. If it had more, I'll tell you this: if it had more like glow techiness in between like the creases and everything, I'd agree with you. That's where our disagreement comes in. Is for it to be cyberpunk or futuristic, there needs to be aspects about it that espouse that vibe of technology. The problem is none of this gives off any kind of vibe like that. It looks like a fabric. It looks like, you know, clothing. For it to feel like cyberpunk, there needs to be some kind of technological aspect to it to give that vibe. And at least without that, it just doesn't look futuristic whatsoever. Now, I will say it definitely doesn't look like it's from feudal Japan. Absolutely. It's more, if we're going for just, is it more futuristic than what everyone else is wearing in this? Absolutely. This is probably a much more modern looking set. Like a definitely more cosplay-esque set than anything they're wearing. They're wearing gis, they're wearing actual classical Japanese clothing. Whereas in the case of this set, I'd say it's definitely out of place in the sense that it's not from the same era that everyone else is clearly wearing, like in this the Sekize Gumi. But it's also not futuristic from where we are in time. Like, I'm getting no tech vibes from it. So I'd say it's in between there. It's definitely not. It's definitely out of place from the sense that it's not from the same era as everything we're seeing right now. But it's not futuristic from our perspective. Sat-tech. Set-tac. Sat-tac. And I think I get what you mean. I don't necessarily agree with it entirely, but I understand what you're trying to say. At least it's more in place, though, than the Shire set was. Shire set was totally wrong. Alright. So we're going to wait 2 more minutes for other folks to appear. I like to give people a 10-minute solid time to sleep in and join the stream. Trevor, they made up for the Sam Shire gear by making every job look like a samurai at starting Tombstone 70 gear. Nice, nice. See, that's how you get them. So I get Shire gear set, looks totally out of place, but everybody else now looks like they're a samurai, so ha! We win! We win in the end, yay! Yeah, I've been having a blast with PvP, I gotta say. Like, I've been spamming PvP too much. Hey Nathan, what's up, my sexy boy? How you doing? How you doing, Mr. British? You got your tea? And crumpets? Fish and chips? I don't know, what's another stereotypical British thing? Parliament. How's Parliament? I don't know, I think I run out of stereotypes after that. There's not a ton. See, fish and chips, tea, the Cockney accent. Scones, thank you. Scones, would you like a scone? Alright, we'll call it a draw. Sausage roll in kebabs. Wait, is kebab British? I believe sausage roll, but kebabs? I didn't think they were for some reason. Now that I think about it, I don't know what I thought they originated from. Steak bakes. Steak bakes. I don't even know what that is. A steak bake. I might know what it is if I look at a visual. I might know it by another name. Steak Bike. I accidentally put an extra A. Oh, okay, yeah. We don't call them. Well, I'm sure most places probably call them steak bake. Around here, I don't know what, we definitely don't call them steak bakes. I'm trying to remember the actual term. At least at restaurants call them. I think it's like a twist on ravioli, weirdly enough. But yeah, I have eaten these things before though. They are delicious. They can be delish. No, it's Turkish, but they're fucking everywhere. Pasties. Oh, we might know them as pasties. That sounds similar. That sounds similar to what I was thinking. All right, so we're 10 minutes in the stream, my fellas. I think we're ready to get going. So, headphones on. Oh yeah, by the way, my door is open. If you guys can hear the fan, let me know, and I'll turn it down. It's just, today's a 90-degree day, and that is murder on people like me. Gravedigger, what's up? Hello, in the U.S., pasties are something totally different. Well, yeah, there's those pasties, but there's another kind of... There's definitely multiple uses of the term pasties. Hey there, PvP addict. Hey there, Mihai, how you doing? How you doing? Not an addict, but I am playing a lot of it. It's just a fun pastime to do. Like it's very engaging and intense gameplay. I primarily only play Dark Knight while playing though. Pasties. 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 Cornish pasties. Cornish pixies. Yes, but everyone knows those kinds of pasties. I think everybody does. Been watching your VODs, finally got to catch another live stream. Well, awesome to hear. Hope you've been enjoying the videos. Yeah, I still gotta edit, I still gotta get more videos out here. I just need to take the time to do that. But yes, hold on, let me turn up the game volume. Because when I'm off stream and I'm not doing MSQs and stuff, I have it turned all the fucking way down. There we go. There we go. Was a joke, just the idea of it. I know it was a joke. I was joking back. Yes, but I am having fun. Lots of it. You don't know fear till you're the only healer on your party and 20 reds stare you down. It's like... White flag. Everybody charges at you. Oh, and you're like... Oh, say, can you see? There you go. Pasties. Pasties, 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 pasties. Very important pronunciation. Personal opinion, you need to get all your Hildebrand footage. That actually is one on my to-do list. Don't worry, we're not on two different wavelengths. That's one I gotta do. It's just, I haven't done a lot of Hildebrand in a row, so it's sprinkled out all over the place when it comes to my streams. So I did how many quests in, and then I have to take it directly out. I can't, the thing is, you can't download your own streams. Oh, hold on. Not this shit again. Okay, for a second there I thought the stream was about to cut. Yeah, my internet crashed yesterday, so I'm praying to Christ it doesn't happen again today. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, the plan is to get all the Hildebrand footage I can together, and I'm not going to put it in one massive video. First of all, algorithm doesn't like that. Second of all, I can space those uploads out over time and make them multiple parts. So, you know, gotta work that content creator angle. Plus, people like to see a shorter on videos. They like to see a shorter time. Because a lot of people's attention span can be measured in microseconds. All right. Now, let's jump on in. That the enemy should know our plans. The loss of a comrade pains us, but we are grateful for Makoto's preservation. She has told me all. As Master Musasai's pupil, your blade would be most welcome in these dire times. Shroud, pray allow me to confirm your intent. By your coming to Kagane, may we take it you mean that you will aid us in our fight? Yes. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Our cause is much bolstered for your blade. Without further ado, I would introduce you to our captain. However, there is one thing I must ask of you. Pray keep the fact that you are Master Musasai's pupil to yourself. It may make little sense to you, but that you shared a master with a wanted criminal would mark you out for suspicion. That is simply the way of it in our culture. Lieutenant Shiden alone knows the truth and understands, but few are as open-minded as him. Ah, it occurs to me I've yet to introduce myself. As Makoto says, I am Shiden, Lieutenant of the Sekize Gumi, and may I apologize for our order's penchant for procedure. When I sent you to find Makoto in my stead, I could not leave my post due to a prior duty, tending to the whims of a visiting dignitary. Pressing business as you'll no doubt appreciate. Now, if you'll wait just a moment, I shall bring Captain Kongo hither. Mark Andrew, what's up? I live! Yes, you do. How you doing? Sorry, my eyeball. May I present to you Shroud Scythe, who has journeyed from faraway Eorzea to aid our cause. Though he is not of our land, I have witnessed his skill at arms firsthand, and have every confidence that he will prove an invaluable ally. Captain!
You would have us trust our lives to an outsider? For all we know, he is one of Ugetsu's, or even an Imperial spy.
Captain, please. Shroud is a good man and true. I personally vouch for his identity, and shall assume all responsibility for his actions. Should his origin give you cause to doubt, you would do well to doubt us all. The sons and daughters of nameless farmers and laborers, and the kami know what else.
Very well. But mark my words, outsider. A single misstep and I will cut you down.
What a pleasant fellow. Forgive the captain, my friend. He holds himself responsible for all of our losses, and we fight a losing battle. In spite of our best efforts, we are no closer to ascertaining Ugetsu's whereabouts, nor do we know the full extent of his operations. And in light of the recent ambush, I fear there is a breach in our security. As if we had not problems enough, His Excellency the Tairo, one of our nation's most powerful men, has chosen this juncture to come to Kagane on an embassy visit. Ugetsu will surely look to wreak further chaos, and it falls to the Sekize Gumi to keep our honored guest hale and whole. We will be out in force providing security, and I pray that we can rely on your blade as well. I mean, for the most part you can. I too must beg your forgiveness for the captain's outburst. Would not to show for our efforts, he grows ever more irritable. You call that irritable? Now then, I must return to my duties. We have no tasks for you at present, but in case of an emergency, pray remain near and with your katana near at hand. Money. Yes. Yeah, I'm a bit of a weirdo. I prefer long videos because YouTube is my sole TV entertainment. I'd rather get a 2-hour vid than have to grab the remote every 10 minutes to select another vid. Nah, I get you. I try and balance it out. I try and have some shorter, more entertaining videos, and I like to have, I do the streams for long content. Big long VODs of me just hanging out, chilling, playing through the MSQ, going through that stuff, which I hope is entertaining for the most part. I do try and space it out. I do try and give a variety. The videos are usually, I try not to make the videos longer than 30 minutes. Like, for me, like, the only exception is when I did that reaction to Asmongold's review. Asmongold's review of A Realm Reborn. More or less the tutorial of the game, little did he know. But outside of that, I tend to try and keep it within 30 minutes if it's going to be a video. If it's going to be a stream, I then, you know, I'll go 6, 7, 8 hours. If I can, of course. You know, all depends on my vitality and energy. Makoto! Shroud, it's terrible. Captain Congo, he has... What?! We just met the man! Wait, she's talking about the guy we just met, right? I don't know. Well, assuming he is. We just met the guy! He threatened us with a blade and then he cut his stomach open? Why did they make such a big deal of meeting him then? Why? For all that it mattered, he could have done it before we met him. It would have... What? What? Fuck. He wished to atone for his failure to catch Yugetsu and all the casualties we've incurred, so he wrote in the letter they found next to his body. With His Excellency the Tyro soon to arrive in Kugane, all is in chaos. We haven't even had the chance to hold funeral rites. It is all Shiden can do to keep our order functioning. Yet function we must, for the Tyro is likely to be targeted by Yugetsu and his cohorts. As part of the security detail, I am tasked with patrolling the short pier area. I should be grateful for your extra pair of eyes, Shroud. Aye aye. I'm in your debt. If aught strikes you as suspicious, I ask that you notify me at once. I will indeed, madame. Talk about jarring. Damn, the guy killed himself already. Unless it's a body double. Did you know here in Scotland you can deep fry Mars bars? Okay. Deep fry Mars bars? They're already unhealthy. It's like, hey, you know this super unhealthy thing? Well, let's just double that. Alright, Kogani Dori markets. But, as for if I knew that or not, I do know that some weird things are fried all over the place, but I usually hear the stories from, like, the south of America. Not South America, but the south of America. Kogani Dori markets. Kogane. Alright, here we are. Secretary. Alright, destination. Alright, survey. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Good. Very good. Alright. Up the steps then. I wonder if we'll be attacked by samurai, and we will need to fight and kill them. Oh, should have stayed down there. Whoops. Ow. Oh, my ankle! It's okay, I'm a samurai. We can do it. You catch sight of a quaint charm. The blood-stained charm. Yay! Oh, how nice. Makoto, I have some news. Can't call it good. But someone's got a charm here and it's covered in blood. There you are. Did you observe aught suspicious? A charm, and it's stained with blood. But where have I seen it before? Excuse me. They deep fry everything here in the U.S. Candy bars, bananas, ice cream, beer. Yes, deep fried beer is a thing. I do know that. They actually do it around here. Though I think it originated in the South. I live in the U.S., by the way. So I know what you mean. I know what you mean. A lot of the craziest shit is deep fried either on the East Coast or like the far South, or not the deep South, but the far South. Well, probably the deep South too. There's some really weird shit that's fried here. It's kind of hilarious, though. Like deep-fried Twinkies. That's a thing. It belonged to Captain Congo. There's no mistake. It ever adorned his neck. But how did it come to be at the docks? Did you actually see his body? Perhaps he went for a stroll before taking his own life. Oh, okay. I see what's happening here. I think I do, anyway. No, I myself did not see it. He's been taken! Could it be? 'Twas but a ruse! But that the captain did not kill himself, but rather was slain by insurgents? Or kidnapped. Kami preserve. If this is true, it would mean the enemy walks among us. I say red is sus on this one. We must notify Shiden at once and have him bolster security around the Tyro. To the Thavnarian consulate. Oh, you're in Pennsylvania. But when I drove truck, I used to haul paper loads in and out of Maine. Yes, I have experienced negative 50-degree weather. Rule number 1 in that cold is never shut the truck off. Never shut your truck off. Never shut your vehicle off. Or, if you have to, find some place to store it where it's not going to be frosted. So in a garage that's partially heated is the best idea to move. Indeed, beer batter beer. Yeah. You said it. You said the cursed words. What? Red is sus? Yes. Oh. Thing is, I'd rather take negative 50-degree weather right now. It's fucking hot out today. It's gonna be 90 at its peak today. It's 88 right now. That's why I have that fan over there going and the AC out there. Goddamn hot. Ree. Me. Alright. Where are we going? Ah, yes. To the consulate. Telly here. And because I'm a lazy son of a bitch. Hey, Mom. Hey, V, what's up? Mom's dead for those who are seeing the chat. Hope you're having a good stream. Yeah, so far, pretty good, pretty good. I'm in Stormblood, so I won't keep going while you're here. I won't be listening in too much because of the spoiler MSQ, but wanted to drop by and say hi. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, it's good to hear from you. How you doing? The knights who say me. Not many garages that can hold a 13 and a half foot high, 65 foot long truck. Fair enough. So yeah, don't turn off your truck. That engine will freeze and you will not get it back on until the weather warms up. Oh, by the way, for everyone curious, Mom's Den is a content creator as well, Final Fantasy content creator. She's got awesome streams, very entertaining, very fun. Definitely go check her out. She streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, correct? Around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is what I've noticed. I don't know if that's the same time on her end. I know she moved to Canada, so I'm assuming she's on the East Coast. So, if not, you know, I'm just going by what I believe to be your time. Well, at the very least, from my time zone perspective, when you start your streams, is around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And they're very entertaining. Her perspectives are very fun to listen to. She's way before me. Like, I'm making more progress in the MSQ, but that's just because I'm no-lifing it. Not just the engine, the fuel. Got to keep the warm fuel circulating in the tanks and filter. Yes, yes, indeed. Yeah. Funny thing is, this last winter we installed an industrial generator. Well, I say installed. There was this property that we currently live on right now used to be part of some kind of business. So people like lived in house here, and then there's some like other extra stuff on the property from like when it was some kind of like outpost or something for like a business. Yeah, we have there's an old industrial generator that was there, so we decided to take it apart and find out if we could reinstate it as something we could use for the house. And we found, yes, the only thing that they took away was like a couple spare parts on it. So me and my dad we ordered some spare parts, and together we installed them, and the industrial generator now immediately kicks on if we lose power. And it's not clean energy. It may be industrial, but it's still a generator. So the energy it produces is not super great. But that's all generators. All generators don't produce the cleanest energy. You can still like watch TV and stuff off of it though. And it does power the whole house. The lights don't even flicker when it's on. But just in case that one goes down, we have like 2 other spare smaller generators. Don't worry about me. Keep the grind up. I'm getting my toddler to bed anyway. Fair enough. Alright. Well, assuming she's not going to get spoiled. Thanks for the shout out. You're overselling me here. I'm not overselling. I'm underselling, if anything. Alright. Alright, we'll carry on with the class story. Warning now, if you're here and you don't want spoils, and you're not up to Stormblood and you're not doing the Sam story, now's the time. Silence the stream or hop on out. And thank you for stopping by. Godzilla's approaching the generator. The generator is losing power. The thing is, I've never actually played that game. I've only seen the clips of Angry Joe losing his mind about it. Hey, Godzilla is approaching the generator. The generator is losing power. Huzzah! Alright. Why isn't the lieutenant here? What is he? Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. I see now. What he's doing? Come now, surely you know His Excellency the Tyro's predilections? You mean the rumors were true? It's whispered that Tyro is wont to indulge in his voracious appetite for... Okay, for pleasure houses under the guise of official duty. Great. Let me guess we have to protect this guy. If this is the case, then he will be in Sanjo Hanamachi. And so too will Shiden. Let us hurry. Tally! Babyface Sekizegumi. To be fair, I can't really look down on him too much for that, though. Although, the thing is, if you're gonna stop by a gentleman's club, I would never do it if I'm already on official business. Like, if you're on official business, man likes to partake in local crumpet. Jesus. It's like, trust me, I get it. I get the want. It's a business. So by all means. But if you're on, like, official, like, especially if you're a politician, if you're on official business, save it for after the official stuff is done. Like, playtime, there's a reason playtime there's playtime is separate from work time. You know, you got your work, you got your business, do that, then indulge in the pleasures. You know? Otherwise, you're just fucking off. Probably literally. Oh, God. Actually, the thing is, I've never been in a gentleman's club. A friend of mine who got married a little while back actually invited me to the bachelor party. But I skipped out on it, to be honest. I told him, I gave him an excuse, but honestly, I just didn't want to go. Mainly because he said the place he was looking to go to was in Portland. Portland, Maine, I should specify. And the city, I don't like Portland a lot, so I don't go there a lot. So I just didn't want to go. So I just said, nah, man, I'll see you at the wedding, though. The wedding was great. I missed out on the bachelor party, though. Which I don't regret in hindsight. Not that I heard anything bad happen, it's just didn't end up going. Nothing good happened, I guarantee you that, though. At least I hope. At least for him. Shiden, what are you doing? You two, why are you not at the docks? I was given to understand that the Tyro is come not on official but personal business. Aye, that he is, but that is none of our concern. At any rate, I have the area well covered. You may return to your stations. Shiden, wait. There is no danger here. Why was your katana drawn? Traitor. You are too clever by half. More's the pity we failed to finish you off. We found our mole. A viper in the grass. Time for you to burn. Your foreign friend was supposed to die then as well, but we underestimated Musasai's pupil. How could you, Shiden? The captain was our friend. Let me tell you a tale. I was born in a farming village and grew up in squalor. Our liege lord was a tyrant, one who wrung us peasants for everything we had. None dared to rise up for fear of their lives. My parents, pushed to the brink of survival, mustered the courage to speak out. For their troubles they were promptly arrested, but it did not end there. Nay, our lord wished to make an example, and so he had them burned alive before the gathered villagers. Through gritted teeth, I watched my mother and father die, powerless to help. In that moment, I vowed to myself that one day I would change all that is wrong with the world. I took up the katana and trained like a man possessed, and eventually won a place in the Sekizegumi. In the beginning, I was overjoyed. Finally, I could make a difference. But reality couldn't be more different. And ere long, I came to see the Sekizegumi for what it was. A tool for the powers that be. Glorified guardsmen who patrol the streets for petty criminals. Samurai, justice, these things are naught but hollow ideals, and they could change nothing. This I realized to my despair. But then I met Lord Ugetsu, and he awakened me to the truth, that in order to bring about true change, we must bring down the Bakufu. Or the Bakufu. We must tear down the establishment and dig it up from its rotted roots. You are my comrade, and I feel your pain, but Ugetsu's path leads only to death and destruction. Countless people would be made to suffer. No more than we endured in our village. There is no hope for Hingashi, but to be reborn in the fires of conflict. This is madness. I will not allow your twisted vision to be realized. Then it seems we must cross blades. But are you certain you wish to do so here? Where an unwitting passerby could come to harm? It wouldn't reflect well upon the Sekizegumi, I know. Let us make this to the Matsuba Square. The others are out on security detail, and there will be no one to disturb us. We're gonna get attacked by a group of them. This isn't gonna be a fair fight. That's the real reason he wanted to change location. Some bullshit's gonna happen. Or not. Nope, looks like it is a duel. No punishment will suffice your crimes. Two arms! Two arms! Wait, what? I missed part of that dialogue. Fuck. Come to aid you. Kami be praised. It's a Sekise Gumi. My friends, we are betrayed. You arrived just in time. Ah, fuck. Sir! Fuck! What is happening? Come now, surely you did not think I was alone. Okay, so I was half right. I was half right. Fuck this guy. These two have uncovered our plan. They are a threat to the cause and cannot be suffered to live. Kill them. Yes, sir, for the cause! Come and die by my blade. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of samurai. Let me get my buffs up before I use my AoE. You cheap bitch! That voice, could it be? Hmm? So much is happening! Forgive me my delay. Captain, you're alive! I am so confused! There are traitors in our midst. The lieutenant... I know. 'Twas he who tried to kill me. That was Shiden too? Aren't you a tough old bastard? Why, Shiden? I trusted you! To change Hingashi, why else? But mule-headed as you are, blah, blah, blah. It's going way too fast, fuck. We deal with the traitors. Have care and remember. We are the Sekise Gumi, and our blades stand for peace. So much shit is happening. Alright. Crap. There we go. Oh, you sweet motherfuckers. Again with this bullshit. Aren't you a well-coordinated quartet? There we go. Busted. Got what you deserved. Really? Fresh Prince reference?
It's over, Sheeden. Over? Nay, Kongo. This is only the beginning. Long live Lord Yugetsu.
Did he just... Okay.
Farewell, old friend. May we meet again in the next life.
Captain, thank the Kami you're safe. Will you tell us what happened?
I will, but first, there's something I must do. Shroud, for your timely intervention I give you my thanks, and for my earlier discourtesy, I beg your forgiveness.
Allow me to thank you also. Were you not on hand, there is no telling what might have come to pass.
With me gone, Sheeden would have had free reign. He was the last any of us would have suspected.
Aye, when he told us that you had committed seppuku, none thought to question it.
Ha! A convenient lie, but a poor one. Any who know me well should know that I would not take my leave ere I had dealt with the insurgents. To do so would be the greatest shame by far. Now then, let me recount to you my tale. Here we go again. Ah, shit. Here we go again. Late at night, Sheeden summoned me to the docks to discuss an urgent matter. As I approached him, the wretch slashed out at me without warning. Though I couldn't react in time to dodge the blade, for a blessing it caught my charm, sparing me a fatal blow. My momentum sent me over the docks and into the sea, where I remained until I was safe to resurface. My lungs were ripe to burst when Sheeden finally left.
Such an ordeal that must have been.
Having learned that there were traitors besides Sheeden, I kept to the shadows and watched their movements, and the rest you know. With the Tyro safe and the traitors dealt with, we may return to the barracks. Let us continue our conversation there. Shroud, my thanks again for your help.
Odd. YouTube's telling me the stream is suffering issues. Is that true? OBS is telling me it's streaming right now at 60 FPS, and it's giving me the green light, which tells me everything's clean in terms of signal. Is YouTube having issues on that end, huh?
Right, Congo. You journeyed here from a distant land in order to lend out your strength to our beleaguered order, yet I drew my blade upon you. As it turned out, 'twas those whom I thought I knew and trusted that betrayed me. Suffice it to say, I feel a right fool.
But now we have succeeded in rooting out all the traitors in our ranks.
That we have, and from those we caught, we were able to wring out some key details of their operation. Sheeden had been seducing our men over to Yugetsu's side. Those who proved unmendable to his advances were killed, like our comrade in the recent mission. It makes my blood boil to think that those most loyal among us were struck down by treachery.
What of Yugetsu's whereabouts?
It appears he makes his base on the mainland, somewhere in Yangtze. But but the precise location still eludes us.
Forgive me if I speak out of turn, Captain, but even as we laid our lives on the line, the Tyros went about satisfying his urges. Can we truly say that we protected the peace this day?
Well do I understand your frustration, Makoto. Yet for his many vices, there is no denying the instrumental role the Tyro plays in keeping the realm whole. Ever are the great lords watching for a fracture to form, by which they might break the status quo and usurp power. Through skillful intercession and manipulation, the Tyro keeps each of them in check. 'Tis no secret that the Bakufu is a cesspool of corruption, but in spite of this we must protect the peace. Such is a samurai's calling. Though you come to us from afar, you share this calling with us. I pray that we can continue relying upon your blade, my Asian samurai friend.
Allow me to add my voice to the captain's. You are a stalwart ally to our cause, and a samurai true. Master Musasai was not mistaken in choosing you.
Rest in peace. No, it's fine? Okay, good. Alright. We'll keep going as far as we can with this. I'm assuming we're eventually gonna reach a point where it's gonna be locked behind the main story quest.
Great tidings, Shroud. We've ascertained the location of Yugetsu's hideout. Captain Kongo has the details. A moment, if you will.
Or would.
Shroud, you are welcome. We scoured Shiden's quarters, and what should turn up among his possessions but missives he received from Yugetsu? They point to a certain ruin in Yangshia. Now, word of Shiden's demise will have already reached Yugetsu, and he must assume that he will track him down ere long. But he will not, cannot run. To do so after losing his right hand would cost him much of the momentum he has painstakingly gained. As I see it, two choices remain to Yugetsu. He will await our coming, or he will bring the fight to us. Either way, the stakes are high. As you know, Yugetsu is a peerless swordsman. Only you who bested Shiden and perhaps myself could stand a chance against him.
Oh my.
As captain, my place is here at the barracks. While I hold the fort, I bid you and Makoto journey to Yangshia, there to hunt down Yugetsu. I shall pray for your safety and success. If instead the rogue should show himself here, rest assured I will give him a rousing welcome.
Yangshia lies upon the mainland, across the Ruby Sea. We will first make for Namai, a small mountain village, and thence go for after Yugetsu and his cohorts.
Alright. So more than likely we're gonna have to go through more of the we're gonna have to go through more of the MSQ before we can do that, because we're still in the Ruby Sea there. So we'll have that on the side for when we're past where the juncture we need to be for the main story quest. Alright. By the way, since we did like 3 or so quests off stream of the main story quest, when I say off stream, it was on stream, but that stream will never go public, so because it got emotional for me. So for those who weren't there, just to know that we did about 3 MSQs, which were all side stuff. You know, nothing important happened. The only thing important that happened in those MSQ missions is we got a better reputation amongst the Confederacy, and now we reported back to Alice about something. Let me, what's right out here? Is the presbytery? Okay, no, that's not it. Okay. We reported something. She'll reiterate, no doubt. But other than that, nothing significant happened. Ever tried the Rival Wings game mode, MOBA, in the Wolf's Den? Nope.
Rashu.
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds, we owe you many thanks.
No problem. I'm a helpful
But
sort.
something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsuyu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
How convenient that recent events should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
I mean,
They had no
yes.
part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this.
That's what he sounds like.
They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction. So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy. We endure. We survive. There is no better path. Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her.
This is the sound of it, yeah.
They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is.
I don't like the fact that she's telling us that. Okay. Shoot, girl.
Question being, do you trust me?
Can I... is that a yes or a no? Can I give like a undecided? And if you had to put a gun to my head and said yes or no, I'd say yes. Ask me again later. No, I won't go for that. But that would be the funnier way to respond.
We can't stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice. If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought. You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Dome, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade, and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
What, the three of you, just like that?
And to be fair, this is another good reason to get the glam that I got.
My esteemed colleague here will attend to it on his own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome.
Just bring it, motherfucker.
If we succeed, you help us liberate Isari. If we fail,
That
we
face.
lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. She's more like her brother. Actually, no, she's better than her brother is. Kind of at this. Like, Alphinaud's the one to kind of like
toy around with words and manipulate things. She's just like, not up or shut up, bitch. Still in a very, very talented and verbose way.
Confused, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
Indeed you will. Get a haircut, by the way. Alrighty. So alone you will deal with the Kojin. If you are set upon this course, I shall give you a word of advice. 2 factions have the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the Red. Those who belong to the Blue are the traitors. They have made no pact with the Imperials and so may be willing to aid your cause. Seek the Blue on the Isle of Becco. There you will find a cave. The rest is up to you.
Thank you, Captain. We shall endeavor not to keep you waiting over long for your sign.
Right then, let us head for... Wait, where's Lise? We cannot leave without her. Ah, crap. Where the fuck did she go? Lise! Don't pull this bullshit with me! Damn it. Alphino is the butter, Alizé is the burning oil. Good analogy. I'd agree with that.
Shroud? What is it? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wander off. I just wanted to have a think. You're worried we won't be able to live up to our promises. No, it's not that at all. If anything, I'm frustrated that I didn't think of it first. Ida and my father had a way with words. They knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always hoped I might have something of that in me, too. But I'm starting to think I don't. What am I even doing here? These, you... Gods, listen to me. I don't know where that came from. Forget I said anything. We have places to go, Imperials to fight, and friends to save. And we're not going to get any of it done by standing around here moaning, right? Right? Before we first traveled to Girabanya, I was in Limsa Laminza, visiting a friend, a young child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back, I passed a patisserie, which sold some of the most exquisite-looking tarts I have ever seen. I've always preferred cookies, to be honest, but nevertheless, I decided to stop by and try one. I'll treat you to one. When all this is over, Shroud too, and I won't take no for an answer.
Talk about a thing is, yeah, this may sound like a joke, but honestly, you want to motivate me to do bad-ass shit? Offer me good food in return. Like you want me to sacrifice life in them in a war? I better see a nice fat stack of cash or some delicious cookies on the fucking table when I get home. Oh fuck, I didn't read that.
Alright. Ishola too. Once she's better. Deal? Good. Then let's hurry, shall we? We have a million things to do before then.
Tarts. Yummy. Alright, where are we going now? Pulling double booty. Alright. We're going over here. Under the sea, under the sea, under the sea.
Down where it's wetter. Alright, I'll stop. Sorry. I'm a world-class swimmer.
What's up, bro? How you doing? How you doing, eh? I'm just casually swimming across the ocean. No biggie, no biggie smalls.
"10,000 years later, swimming daintily through the ocean blue."
It kind of makes me want to go to the ocean, though. I know it's weird, but I do kind of want to visit the old ocean. Walk along the beach. Swim a couple miles, you know. Excuse me. That was random. Ugh. Wait, hold on. Did we pass it? Knowing me, I probably did. I think this is the Isle of Becco, though to be honest, it looks the same to me as however many other islands around here. Rachel said that there was a cave that would lead us to their village. We should search further inland. Indeed we shall. I mean, I'd be surprised if this wasn't it. How much further do you think it is? Good chunk. Think we found it.
Is that light I see up ahead?
Possibly.
We appear to be standing inside a giant bubble. By the 12. I think we're on the seabed.
Awesome. Goddamn.
Well, well, I thought I heard familiar voices.
Sorbonne.
Soroban, what are you doing here?
What a curious question. I live here.
I was about to say, I'd be surprised. Why wouldn't he be here?
That's the question you should be asking us.
Then this is the home of the Blue Kojin.
Just so. I bid you welcome to Tamamizu.
Tamamizu.
Curious, very curious. How fortunate that we should find a familiar face in this place. We should tell Sotoban about our invitation, or our situation. If anyone here can help us, it's him.
So tell me, my friends, what strange tides bear you to our home? That is indeed a most dire predicament, but perhaps an opportunity for us to craft yet another profitable arrangement. Very well, I shall introduce you to our leader, Bunshin. It will be up to you, however, to present your case.
I will indeed. But before I do, Aetheryte! Mine. Boom. Spectacular. Right, now we've attuned to that. Ma sprechen Sie with der Lydia.
I present to you the honored Elder Bunshin. You should probably refrain from addressing him by name. He does not much care for it.
Oh. What do I say then? Elder? Leader? Good sir.
Welcome, guests. Gratitude to you for aiding Sotoban in his negotiations.
Negotiation. The fuck was that pronunciation?
We thank you for your hospitality, honored elder. Pray forgive me my brevity, but I wish to discuss an urgent matter.
Bunshin.
So, you seek to compel our red brothers to forego hostilities for a time.
I mean,
That's
preferably.
right. We know your two clans have your differences, but what with you being brothers and all, we thought you might be able to share some secret knowledge or something?
From far above, you have journeyed here in search of our wisdom. You shall have it.
At what
All
price?
creation is a tapestry, through which the divine is interwoven. Kami are legion, and they can be found in the great and the small.
Aye.
Though they come and go as they please, they favor certain vessels. The ancient, the precious, the exquisite. We Kojin covet these vessels, these treasures. We go forth and bring them home to keep them safe and bask in their divinity. They bring prosperity and joy to us and our children. Yet, how are we to seek these treasures above if we made enemies of the Garlean Empire, powerful and far-reaching as they are? Wiser to join with them. So resolved the Red Kojin.
Cautiously and carefully, for the Garleans are blind to the divine, nor will they suffer their subjects to see. So the Red masquerade as mercenaries who seek money and power, and never speak of their faith in the presence of their masters. to honor the divine. They deny it. A twisted and misguided path.
Does seem kind of backwards in logic.
Aye, aye. Kami will not abide such foolishness. This they shall learn to their sorrow. While our red brothers live by the sword, we blue Kojin uphold the old ways, engaging in trade and valuing peace.
Alright, I've been holding it in this long. Why the fuck are they the blue coat? They're green! What? There's nothing blue in this shot right here. Not even really the water, because there's more green in the water area. It's more clear than anything. And the closest thing to blue is that... I can't remember what those are called. Manta rays. That manta ray. And even then, that's black and gray. The fuck you talking about? You guys are fucking green. Or am I going colorblind? If I going colorblind, nothing about them is fucking blue. Alright, before you explain it, is that a spoiler? Or like, do they actually explain it? If they do, let them do it, but I'm just kind of voicing my confusion. It's like, we the blue Kojin. Name one thing about you that's blue.
Alas, men distinguish not between our clans, and judgment for the doings of the red falls unjustly upon the blue. Thus do men grow more and more reluctant to deal with us, denying us our treasures. This cannot continue.
On that point, we are in agreement. You are willing to aid our cause, then?
There is a way that the red may be driven to retreat into their shells. But to share with you this knowledge is to reveal secrets of the divine. Assurances must first be had, trust forged, a bargain struck.
Alright, what meaningless task do I gotta do now? Not meaningless,
Well
but...
said, Elder. In great crises is great profit to be had.
True merchants.
Delight not overmuch in such things, Soroban. Now, tell our guests what must be done.
As you wish.
Well, I've no idea what we've gotten ourselves into, but so far so good, right?
I would say so. We got our foot in the door. Alright. I'm assuming we're gonna have to do around 3 or so quests for these people. That's my assumption right off the bat. Listen well, my friends. We require your assistance with the search of a priceless treasure, the Yasakani no Magatama. This jewel, this most sacred of Kojin relics, was in the possession of Hangashi, until they decided to present it to the Garleans in a gesture of conciliation. The Red would not abide this, and so they plotted to seize the vessel bearing it to their imperial masters. Alas, though they succeeded in ensuring, and in the ensuing chaos, the Magatama was lost to the sea. We wish to recover the sacred jewel before our brothers. However, were we to come into conflict with them, it would be problematic. Therefore, we turn to you. So you want us to search the ocean floor for this treasure of yours? I'm not sure how we're supposed to do that without, drowning? Fear not. There is a ritual I can perform to imbue your bodies with a powerful blessing, but first you must prepare offerings for the sea. I require twisted ruby coral, several fist-sized sea snail shells, and a freshly harvested Onkyo carapace. That's quite the shopping list. I will see to the shells, at least you can look for the coral. Shroud, would you... Of course, the most difficult thing on the list. Shroud. Not even hesitating. It's difficult. It's on you, motherfucker. What do you think we keep you around for? Do the easy shit? Nah.
Alright. Hey, double A. Well, you always wonder why you didn't put a door or a guard on it? Well, if it strained my bane... The thing is, I can't recall whether or not there was some kind of guard there or not from the books. Or anything like that. If there's never been a mention of that... Alright, so there's two scenarios. If there was some kind of thing like that, my assumption is that they were drawn away for the conflict. At least towards the end of the Lord of the Rings books. Can't really speak to the situation with the seal door. But my assumption is during the battle at the Black Gate, or the Gates of Mordor. During that battle, absolutely every single orc was ushered to face that fight. Out of Sauron's paranoia. So because of that, if there were orcs guarding the entrance, they were removed because he believed that Aragorn had the ring. That's why he was able to draw his eye so thoroughly. So out of fear, he sent everything he possibly could at them at the gates. Oh wow, that was fast. I was expecting that to take a few minutes. But that's my assumption from that. Assuming there was never a guard there, it could be a sign of hubris from Sauron himself. In the sense that he was so overconfident that his enemies would never get that close. Or that he wouldn't allow them to get that close. And also that he thought Aragorn had the ring, so he thought he was aware of its location. So the fear of it being cast in the fire was there, but again, he thought he knew where all the pieces were on the chessboard. So because of that, he didn't think to have a wall, a barricade, or anything like that installed, because hubris, overconfidence. That would be my assumption, though. The reason why they're the blue Kojin but not green is because the old word for blue in Japanese, ao, also meant green. This is likely due to blue pigments being very rare prior to the 1400s. So, a word that means blue also means green. Okay. Thought about it. Well, have you the Onkyo Carapace? Yes, I do. There it is. It took me 5 seconds. How splendid they are. The kami shall be most pleased, I am sure. I got it. I got the ruby coral you wanted. And I the sea snail shells. They're about the size of my fist, though I realize now that you may have meant yours. These shall more than suffice for our purpose. Next, we must make ready to present them to the sea and perform the ritual. Once it has been completed, you will be able to move freely through the depths and find the Yasakani no Magatama. Out of curiosity, how large is this sacred jewel of yours? Unless it's far too large to be carried by the three of us, how are we supposed to even find it? The Ruby Sea is not exactly small. Surely you realize we have been searching this whole time? The area we wish you to explore is but a small fraction of the Ruby Sea. Already have we scoured most of the seabed near and within our territory, to no avail. All that remains is a region to the west. The shell-less of Sui no Sato can provide you with better guidance than we. You would do well to visit them first.
Shellless? You mean the Kojin aren't the only ones living under the sea? Of course not. The Rayan have been here as long as I can remember. Shiosai, the Overseer, I believe, can tell you... Overseer, I believe, can tell you more when you arrive. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. We have yet to carry out the ritual.
Right. Miri Darkstar, what's up? Welcome. How you doing? I needed that smile after work today. Well, I'm glad you we were provided a smile upon your arrival. And I'm sorry to hear work was not as great as it could have been today. I hope you're having a good afternoon nonetheless. Excuse me. I also think Tolkien made it difficult to relate to the feelings that the ring bearers feel when carrying the One Ring. I don't agree. If we're going off the books, well, you said Tolkien, so yeah, you are going off the books. So if we're going off the books, I thought there was actually a plethora of imagery provided about how the ring bearers were feeling. Now, I will say Tolkien was colorful with the way he described it. Most of the time, I don't have any of the books on me right now, so I can't pull up any examples. But if I recall the description, though being colorful and flavorful, I do recall them being fairly vivid most of the time. At least I had a good sense of the dread, of the exhaustion that the ring bearers were feeling. I did get that sense from the language given. So, it might have been difficult for you. It was not for me to relate to how they were going through. Hey, Infinite Freedom, what's up? Oh, hey, Ruby C. This is one of my favorite zones. How are you today, Asmogan? Much better than I was yesterday. Yeah, much better than I was yesterday. I'll just say that. I'm doing much better. Thank you. How are you? Hey, Regalia, welcome. Hey, chat, what's up? The books did a much better job than the movies for that. I would say well, it depends. Are you talking about like Ralph Bakshi? Are you talking about the the early 2000s movies, the live action movies, the one most people know. I'm assuming that's the one you're talking about, but just to clarify, you're not talking about like the Ralph Bakshi rendition. Because I don't want to go on like my spiel and then find out we were talking about different things. That was Ralph Bakshi, right? Pretty sure that was. Live action movies. Okay, yeah. I would say the live action movies did a pretty good job. I mean, a lot of it was more visual and sounds and stuff like that. Like, so, you know, there wasn't as much talking about it. But I think the best moment in the movies anyway, the books had a lot better ones in my opinion, but the best moment in the movies that really sold to me just how bad the ring had just robbed Frodo of everything was definitely at the moment at Mount Doom when they're struggling with all their might to get up to where they need to cast it into the fire, and Sam is revering to Frodo. Like, is trying to give him that last good push and saying, hey, do you remember the taste of strawberries? And do you remember the Shire? And he's trying to conjure up that hope in his friend to get him to that last stretch. They're right there. But Frodo says how he can't recall the taste. He can't recall the taste of fruit. He can't recall the smell or air of the Shire. The only thing is the ring. The only thing in his mind is the ring. and the eye burning as it stares at him. That for me is the moment in the movies that best sold the imagery and that vibe that the ring best affected upon the ring bearer. Like, that in particular right there had the most direct impact. And I feel like if they had taken that same level and had a couple other examples of that, like throughout the Fellowship and through the Two Towers, and the movies again, then that would have helped the general audience goer really relate to understand like just how bad it is. But even without that, I still feel like it, as long as you have any kind of level of common sense and understanding of sensory stuff, there's a lot of imagery, a lot of sounds, a lot of things that they do throughout all three movies to really showcase the weight, the heft, the pain that the ring bears upon the ring bearer. That was well done. They still pissed me off. Wait, what pissed you off? FFXIV version is underrated. Well, I don't know if I disagree or agree with that. I would say against old guard Tolkien fans, a lot of them revere it. So, or well, not revere it. I'd say they revere the live action movies. I'd say they respect them. I'd say there's a lot of respect for the Ralph Bakshi iterations amongst the old guarded community. I would say they're underrated in the sense that they're definitely not as well known, and they should be. They're not as well talked about or even often known about, so that's definitely a problem. But I'd say that in the end, the problem is there's no comparison between how the Ralph Bakshi version went down and how the live-action movies went down. Live-action movies is just such a better rendition that most people inevitably push the Ralph Bakshi iteration to the wayside. The movies cut out all my favorite parts. They cut out quite a bit. They did quite a bit. But to be fair to the movies, and I don't think you should be pissed off at them, honestly ask yourself, how long would the movies be if they included every single detail from the novels? I've read the books, okay? I guarantee you, 90% of that, 90% of what they cut, I should say, sorry. 90% of what they cut deserved to be cut. It was small details that didn't best contribute to the overall flow of the story. People are willing to read a book because you can come back to it periodically, you can take breaks, you can put your bookmark in, and you can set it down. And you can read a book, or you can read the book straight, and it might take 7-8 hours. But people are willing to give books all the time in the world because it's up to them what increments they do that in, and at what increments they absorb the story. I myself, I read the Fellowship of the Ring in 1 week when I was in middle school, and I read it again when I was in high school. But I'll tell you this: if I had sat down and read the whole thing through all the way straight, I would not have been able to do it in one day. I would have just, my brain would have been completely off kilter. So if they took every single aspect of the books and put them into the movie, it's just not plausible. And I think it's unfair to expect that. And completely cut out the last third of the third book. Yeah, a giant chunk was cut out. Yeah, I know, they couldn't have done everything. They would have had to do 6 movies, not 3. Yeah, I would say even possibly 7, because there was a lot of shit in Return of the King. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot in there. So, a lot that if they had decided to do every single bit, I would say would add a whole nother movie. Like, the third book, there's a lot of aspects in that if they really wanted to do it justice, I'd say that's 3 movies right there. But, have you ever seen the extended editions of The Lord of the Rings? Because me and my Discord, we did a binge of all 3 extended edition Lord of the Rings, and we enjoyed the hell out of it. We did play the Lord of the Rings drinking game, though, and we were 18 shots in halfway through the first movie. So yeah, I was unable to, I had to quit the drinking game or I wasn't going to be able to enjoy the movies. But yeah, we watched all 3, almost all 3 in one day. Almost. We were pretty close, but it was really late in the afternoon, so we ended up having to do 2 on a Saturday, and then we watched Return of the King Extended Edition on Sunday. But the Extended Editions, are the best rendition of live actions to take into account and to watch those. Those are super enjoyable. And they add in a lot of that fluff that really does enhance the story. And, you know, when you watch the extended editions, you'll never be able to watch the theatrical cuts again. Because you'll be like, oh my god, why did they cut that out? That was so significant. Like that flashback in the movie between Faramir and Boromir at Osgiliath. That is such a crucial scene that I am insulted was taken out of the movie. I'm insulted by that. It added so much... Not tech... what's the word I'm looking for? It adds so much essence to their relationship, not only with each other, but with their father. So much of that deserved to be there. Hey, Lee, what's up? Oh man, I've missed all this FF content. Yeah, that's pretty much all I do right now, is FF content. A lot of streaming Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, I'm leveling, we're going through Stormblood right now, which is one of the expansions. That's my Samurai, my Dark Knight, my Dragoon, which is kind of a mix and match of different sets, my Black Mage, and everything else isn't worth showing because it isn't leveled up enough, but, yeah. But yeah, there's quite a bit of FF content on the channel. Quite a lot of VHS. What was cut in Return of the King? I never read it. You never read Return of the King? Bro! Bro, what? Really? What? Why? Why? What? Bro! Dude, read it. Go read it, man. Come on. Don't do yourself that disservice. Go read it. It's not my favorite, I'll admit. My favorite of the books is The Two Towers. Return of the King's definitely the next best. Now for the pure Lord of the Rings silliness, there's a Lego Lord of the Rings game. Yeah, I haven't played it, but I hear it's fun and silly, but I haven't played it. Read the books. The first chapter is a bit of a drag. After that, so good. First chapter of Return of the King, or are we talking Fellowship of the Ring? Because Fellowship of the Ring, though I kind of agree it's a bit of a drag, like with the Sackville Baggins and stuff, in hindsight, I actually really appreciate the Sackville Baggins and what they represent kind of narratively. Like, they're the only negative in the otherwise paradise-like vibe of the Shire. Well, paradise might be a bit strong. Close to like the idealistic frame that the Shire is given. The Sackville Baggins give like a little bit more down to earth to it, and they're kind of like a bit of comedic relief. Although, admittedly, they're also a very minor part of the first books, and I understand why they cut them out of the movies. But still, at the same time, I really kind of liked the Sackvilles, because they did add an aspect to what Bilbo. They added an element that would also contribute to Bilbo wanting to leave the Shire. And it was, you know, on top of everything else, it was, we all know it was more about him wanting to go on another adventure, go on another journey. He missed that feeling, but a part of it was also, you know, that contributed was also the Sackvilles giving him shit, trying to take the Bag End from him. Hell, even when he left Frodo Bag End, if I recall correctly in the books, they were down in the basement, like knocking on wood, on stones, trying to find Bilbo's gold and treasure. Why do these streams always end up as the Lord of the Ring form? Well, they don't really, but it's a topic, it's a stream, it's interactive, you know, conversation. Fellowship of the Ring, I really liked them coming back to them at the end. Yes. I read the books like 35 years ago. I haven't read the books in the last 4 or 5 years, but I read them. I read them about 4 or 5 years ago. I read them all once when I was in middle school, all through once through middle school, and then in high school I read them all through again. So I've read through all 3 Lord of the Rings books twice. I have only started the Silmarillion, but I've never touched it again. Not because it like off-put me, but I just never got into it. Yes, Frodo had to kick the magic multiple times. Yes, it was actually kind of funny. The Hobbit book sucks. Well, I don't agree with that. The Hobbit book sucks. I'm assuming you read it as an adult or as an older individual. You got to keep in mind that the Hobbit book is a children's book, more so than the Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings was a little bit still in an essence, kind of a kid's book. And again, in a certain essence. Otherwise, it was also meant to be kind of like a provided mythology. But in the case of The Hobbit, that is definitively a children's book because it's based off the fairy tales that Tolkien told his children. So you got to keep that in mind. Is the reason The Hobbit is not anywhere near the grandeur of any of the Lord of the Rings novels is because it's not a Lord of the Rings novel. It's a children's book. It's meant to be read to kids. It's meant to be read to little kids by their bedside to help them fall asleep at night. That was the idea behind The Hobbit, so I don't whatsoever agree with the sentiment that it sucks. I think if you think that, you're looking at it wrong. I wore out like 4 copies of the Lord of the Rings books. You wore out? Oh, I think I haven't worn out mine. I gotta find mine. I think they're in storage. I know, a lot of my books ended up in storage because I couldn't fit them in my room. Hobbit was intended as a children's book. Exactly. It was a story based on what Tolkien told his children. That was a fairy tale he told his kids. So it's not a Lord of the Rings novel. It's The Hobbit. All right. I now have an ebook version. I have them on Audible. That's probably actually the thing is I was considering doing some side projects from time to time, and when I'm working on editing videos or stuff like that, I will have like one earbud in and I'll listen to the Lord of the Rings books. That'll be my third read through, so to speak, is listening through them. Alright, so before we continue, I'm gonna real quick go fill up my drink, and then we're gonna continue with the MSQ. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Your favorite is the Silmarillion? I mean, I can't blame you. I haven't read through the Silmarillion, so I can't disagree or agree about that. But I will say that the Silmarillion, I've only like read parts of, and as it is, it's a anthology of certain stories. It's a culmination of certain stories. But I haven't gotten into the Silmarillion, so I can't say if it would be my favorite if I like read each individual tale in it. But the thing is, I definitely like, based on what I have read, and I've read The Hobbit, I've read the Lord of the Rings novels, I would say that The Two Towers is my favorite novel, and my second favorite novel out of that whole set would probably be Return of the King. Hobbit is probably, it's definitely below Lord of the Fellowship of the Ring for me, but then again, that's as an adult. As a kid, I'm sure The Hobbit would beat all of it. Anyway, I'll be right back.
distant shores. Stand upon the prow, noble bark I steer.
Alright, I'm gonna run to the bathroom as well.
Living to the haven, you may fall and you may fall.
I have returned. Apologies. Hey, Melissa. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Been a while. Been a while. Oh. Ah, crap. I might have to close the door because my dog's back. She gonna come in here and she gonna bother me. And as much as I love her to bother me, she's gonna be a distraction. Hey, okay, you're still here. Awesome. Submarine is heavier. Tom Bombadil should have been in the movies. Like, what the fuck, Peter Jackson? You included the Mouth of Sauron and not Tom Bombadil. Actually, the thing is, Peter Jackson explained why he did not include Tom Bombadil. Tom Bombadil held the ring and felt no sway on it. That was a problem, narratively speaking. Because Tom Bombadil, as it is, I'm not even sure what he's supposed to be. I don't know if the community has a consensus on what he is. I think, at one point I thought he was supposed to be like a stand-in for maybe God, but it would be, I don't know, maybe that was like weird, like a side thing in my brain. But in the case of Tom Bombadil, he held the ring and was like, he acted like it was just jewelry. If the scene like that were included into the movies, the whole point of the movies is that this is basically evil incarnate. This is Pandora's box. This is horror. This is the heart of the devil. If there's a scene in there where someone's able to just go, meh. And a lot of people would, you know how people still hark about the Eagles? I bet you they would be more harking on, well, why didn't this Tom Bombadil guy take it? He was unaffected. You know, that would be another thing people would bitch and moan about constantly. As it is, some of the book people I think do say that, but most people who read the books also like logically know that Tom is a bit of a separate entity. Is the what? I don't at all get your analogy there, AA. But there's, yeah, that is the reason he didn't include Tom. And as it is, that would have robbed the gravity of the situation. That would have robbed the gravity of what the ring represents. So that's why he was not included. So with that explanation, I agree with Peter's assessment. And at the end of the day, that would have robbed the gravity of it. As much as it sucks we didn't get Tom in the movies, because I honestly, as someone who reads the book, who read the books and kind of understands like the soul of what Tom is to a degree, Tom has no equal in it, on his domain. By all means, he is a god in his domain. Sauron is way below his level. Melkor maybe. Everyone has an attraction to it apart from children. Hobbits. Well, no, even the hobbits have an attraction to it. That's the thing. They're able to resist it longer because I believe Tolkien himself kind of explained it. But as it is, when it comes to like the wants and the greeds and the desires that they'd have for uses of it, hobbits just simply don't have any kind of grandiose essences like that. But we know for a fact that it does draw in hobbits as well eventually. It just takes longer. So it does affect everyone except for Tom. That's the point. Like, Tom was unaffected by it. You know, that's why he wasn't included. It is actually brought up in the Council of Elrond. Right. I think you're right, actually. Yeah. Tom must be... What? Double A, I need to cut open your brain and, like, analyze where your ideas are kind of originating. What are you talking about? Tom, what do you mean Tom must be gay? What about any of that has to do with sexuality? In fact, nothing in Lord of the Rings really has hardcore to do with sexuality. As it is, Tolkien was a fucking was a Christian, was a hardcore Christian, a hardcore conservative Christian. So, sex, you know, that aspect of like the world is something he never really included in that heavily. Yeah, there was it was romance, there was love, but there wasn't sex. If he doesn't get attracted. What? And Tom had his Goldberry. Tom very clearly has a wife, Goldberry. Yes, thank you, also. There's that. But I'm still, the thing is, that aside, I'm still stuck on Double A's logic, though. Anyway. We've all chatted about the good old Lord of the Rings for a good while now, and I'm sure the people who came for Final Fantasy are like... Asmo. Gotcha. Alright, so let's continue on. Russia. Alright, Sodaban.
Are you ready, my friends, to explore a world unlike you have ever known? Then let us go to western part of the village, where the water twists and turns, and there complete our preparations for the ritual. Lead the way, O turtle man. We're on a noble journey.
Tally her! What did you feel to drink? I drink several.
He dove into the water a moment ago and said to wait here until he returned.
Alright.
It is done. Your offerings have been given to the sea. The ritual can begin at last. Come and stand before me, my friends.
Okay.
Yes. Listen to my words, and let all else wash away. Listen to my words, and feel them flow into your heart. At first a trickle, then a flood. O Kami of the fathomless waters of the fallen, the ascended, the flowing, and the becalmed, caretakers of the shallows and of the depths, receive of us our meager offerings, cleanse these ones of earth and stone, and grant them your blessing, that they might drink deep of the divine. The ritual is complete, my friends. You may now breathe in the depths as you would upon land.
Is this permanent?
Strange. I don't feel any different. Are you sure it worked?
Reasonably. The blessing does have its limits, of course. While it will allow you to dwell in the depths, it will not help you traverse them.
Alright, so we still gotta swim.
I can swim well enough. How about you, Alize?
Oh, like a fish, in contrast to my doggy-paddling brother. Somehow, the boy just isn't very buoyant.
Skilled or no, your bodies are ill-suited to the sea. Your cause demands alacrity, and you shall have it. But first, let us take to the water.
Alright, we in? Very, very permanent. Nice.
Incredible. I could swear I was breathing air.
Nice.
Now I shall summon for you noble steeds of great strength.
This reminded you of Phantom Menace? Wah.
Wow, look at them. I bet they could take us all the way to the deepest depths of the sea.
And so they may. After we've won over the Confederacy, rescued Kosetsu, and liberated your respective homelands.
Right. That might be prioritized.
Should you become parted from your steeds, return to me, and I shall call them again. Take care, my friends, and may the Kami speed you on your way.
Very well.
We'll find that treasure in no time. Come on!
Tally-ho! The Phantom Menace is fantastic. It's pretty good. I will say that, especially in hindsight, from what Disney did with the series. But I would say I've always liked the prequels. So, and I do enjoy the Phantom Menace. It does have its flaws, though. I'm not under any delusion that it's flawless. It has plenty of problems. The acting, ooh, and all the prequels have pretty bad acting. But the musical score in Phantom Menace is absolutely fantastic, and really enhances, and really at least lyrically enhanced Star Wars by leaps and bounds. The lightsaber fights that it introduced into the series, and that became kind of like the type of lightsaber fighting we expect in all iterations of it, of Star Wars after the fact. Absolutely godhood. Like, alright, to leave deep water, you need only swim towards the surface. Conversely, to dive into deep water while swimming on the surface, please control spacebar. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, swing and diving. Okay. Dive, you must be swimming in a body of water, and that allows you to control space. Okay. There are special emotes as a water flip that can. Oh, okay. I'm not too worried about emotes right now.
Misa no have a boomer.
Get out myself. Get the water part. Apart from, this is my favorite online reviewer. Well, NC is not my favorite. You're making an assumption. I would say, I've already spoken about this, but my favorite online reviewer would have to be Decker Shadow, probably. I like Decker Shadow's review a lot. Boots to Reboots, it was one hell of an impressive thing as well, so... Andy is pretty far up there. Unusual Suspect as well, though he's done a lot less stuff lately, so... Yeah, I'd say Decker Shadow's at the top.
This must be Sui Nosato, the Rayan village Soroban told us about. Right then, let's see if they can't help us find the Kojin's missing jewel.
Indeed. Whatever happened to the Unusual Suspect? I mean, as far as I know, he's still there. I mean, you would know better than I. Didn't you make his channel art for him?
If this is Sui Nosato, then Shiosai, the overseer, should be around here somewhere. I dare say one of the locals will be able to point us in his direction. Though now that I look around, I get the distinct impression we are not welcome here.
Yay. I did, but I don't have him on speed dial. And true enough. But as far as I know, he still makes content. You have a very good memory to recall that. I have an eidetic memory. That's why. I very few things do I forget. Especially if there's an image attached to them. If there's an image attached to a memory, it stays in there for a long time. Now, certain details, definitely, the smaller the detail, the more likely it is I won't remember it. But the broader, the better. That's why I can tell you. That's why I can tell you broadly what happened in most of the books I've read, and most of the movies I've watched, and in most of the games I've played. But if you ask me, hey, what happens in this scene, in this page, on this specific line, couldn't tell you. So I guess, like most people's memories, just I remember some things better than most. Actually, I might be using the wrong term. Eidetic might be means something else. Yeah, eidetic memory. No. Oh, I have the right thing. Yep. Also known as photographic memory. Okay, yep. But yeah, I have an eidetic memory. According to my doctor and my psychologist, that is. Yeah. When I was in high school, I was required to do some of those tests, you know, that they make you do on paper, where they kind of determine your IQ level, they determine your, they also, you know, determine, like, the severity of any disabilities, mental disabilities you might have, things like that. And they also determine what type of memory you have. And they told me, on black and white, you have an eidetic memory. If it's attached to an image, you remember it. If it's not attached to an image, if it's just like an ethereal concept or idea, you can forget it fairly easily. That's why I remember a lot of books, though, because a lot of comic books I remember really vividly. Because there's a lot of images from those that I can draw upon. Very easily. It's kind of like a filing cabinet in my brain. I remember that test. I find those fun. I found parts of it fun. Some of it felt not demeaning, but kind of superfluous.
So this is our man?
Leave this place and never return. We have no need for wide-eyed wanderers.
Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. My name is Lise, and these are my friends, Shroud and Alize. We're looking for the overseer of Sui Nosato. Shiosai. That's you, isn't it?
The Kojin of the Blue sent you hither, didn't they? Did they? I am no overseer, nor ever would I claim to be. I am High Priest of Shisui of the Violet Tides, Shiosai.
So you are the man we're looking for. Great! We need your help. We're looking for this jewel called the Yasakani no...
Stop. I will hear no more. We will suffer no outside troubles in our sanctuary, especially those of would-be treasure hunters.
Yip yip!
Quiet. Quiet, Isobe. Isobe. Or there will be no dango for dinner. I can do naught to aid you. I say to you again, leave this place and never return.
At the very least, sir, you might condescend to tell us of your village, and why you are so loath to show us even the most basic courtesy.
Sui no Sato is our sanctuary. Under the benevolent leadership of the Ruby Princess, sovereign of Shisui, we enjoy humble yet fulfilling lives. But it was not always so. Long ago, our forebears were driven from their ancestral lands, beneath the waters. They sought refuge from the ravages of war, and here they flourished. All that we are, our culture, our traditions, was born of the sea, as was I. Though we have engaged others in diplomacy, it has ever been with the utmost caution. Isolation and independence are essential to preserving our way of life. So it was when Doma fell 25 years past. The Ruby Princess, in her wisdom, decreed that we would take no part. As it was, so ever shall it be.
Forever and ever apart. Forgive me. I understand now how highly you value your way of life, and how you will suffer none to endanger it. You may be assured that we have no desire to do so, and I would hope that we have given you no cause to assume otherwise.
You have not, but this changes nothing.
Regardless of your intentions, it is not my place to break with tradition. I must consider the wishes of all who call Sui no Sato home. For me to defy their will and permit outsiders to remain would be a gross betrayal of my responsibilities. Please do not ask this of me. Thank you for your time, sir.
Interesting.
It'd be weird to live on the bottom of the ocean, I gotta say. At least to me it would be, I should say. And so it continues. Another village, another deaf ear. Clearly, Garabania is not the only place with walls. I'm starting to wonder if this was all a huge mistake. Gosetsu couldn't have known we would take this long. I only hope he's still alive. I agree, damn. That mentality worked wonders for China. Certainly didn't come back to bite them. No, sir. Meanwhile, in the tavern of Isari. Uh-oh.
I tire of this filthy tavern, and it's still filthier clientele.
"'Tis scant reward for your treachery, aye. A painted woman of your rich experience deserves a better class of customer.
Oh, name-calling. Is that what we've been reduced to?
If I understood what he said correctly, did he just refer to her as a whore? Would I read into that too much?
Orphan of the Nayori. Widow of Sashihai. What joy it must have brought you to be revenged upon us all.
Not enough. Not nearly enough. My appetite for your agony is as an abyss. Bottomless. Insatiable. Before you die, you will cry and beg and prostrate yourself upon the earth. You will crawl on your belly through the muck and the piss and debase yourself for my amusement. All of you. But you think you are made of sterner stuff? Rather than have him beat you, mayhap I should have my oaf go and fetch your master's head. Oh, poor, poor Lord Cayenne. Kami rest his soul. Noble leader of a fallen nation. A fine puppet he made for the Viceroy. For a time. 25 years he was content to serve his masters as a dog. And then everyone had to rise up and get themselves killed. Tell me, how did it feel to fail him that day? To live with the disgrace of his death?
I really don't like her.
Not that you were a stranger to living with disgrace, of course. In the what was it? 25 years since you were humiliated and tossed into an imperial jail? You had plenty of time to get used to it.
That word's been jail the whole time? I've been saying gowl.
Oh yes, I heard the stories. About the samurai who would do anything to return to his master's side, even if it meant pledging his blade to his sworn enemy. They say he walked with death, that he slew 1,000 men in the Empire's name. Truly a tale for the poets.
Okay, so Gosetsu was forced to serve the Empire.
I do not deny my sins, but I will not be reproached by the likes of you.
Oh, I mean not to reproach you, but to praise you. You're a survivor, samurai. Just like me. So, let us not dwell on the past, you and I, and instead give thought to the future. To wit, I would ask you again to help me resolve this vexing matter of Doma's missing heir.
Oh. Alright, the family's starting to siphon back into the house. Making noise.
Living or dead, it makes no difference, really. But the Garleans are most insistent that we put this problem behind us. And I know you helped him flee. So tell me, what became of Lord Hien?
To my dismay, the details escape me at present. Mayhap your dog could jog my memory.
Get on with it, and mark me, brute. There is no limit to how far you can fall.
Of all the bloody stupid... Oh! When I get back to Eorzea, I'm gonna find that little shite, and I'm gonna make him pay.
Which one? There's a lot of little shites you could be referring to.
Archaic spelling Yutsuyu is a C word. See you next Tuesday, right? Yeah, who I was talking about? Yutsuyu?
Was that not the name of that chick? Alright.
Yeah, I can't wait till we smack the smile off her face. I am curious to hear what her motivations for her bullshit are, but I really don't like her.
We seem to have reached an impasse, and to make matters worse, every solution I can think of will only take more time. I don't suppose you have any ideas, do you, Shroud? We could ask the villagers, see if they know anything. Sotoban sent us here. Mayhap we should ask him.
We find some red Kojin and encourage them to talk. I mean, I kind of like to do that, but I feel like the game wouldn't have let me, so... we could ask the villagers around, see if they know anything.
Right.
You are the ones who came from above, yes? If we could have a moment of your time.
Oh. Mind apologies. I do not mean to startle you. My name is... Ianami, and this is my wife, Unagi. We were wondering, have you any news from Doma? If so, we should like very much to hear it.
May I ask why?
If you must, our daughter fought in the rebellion. We've heard naught from her since. 'Twould be too much to hope that you know of her, but her name is...
Yugiri? She's from here? Goddamn! Do I like pro wrestling? No.
Kami be praised. She lives. She lives. We're looking for her too, actually. But I'm sure she's alright. We had no idea she hailed from Sui no Sato. How did she come to serve Doma as a shinobi?
It all began when she was a little girl. She and another child crept out of the village. Having grown curious about the outside world, to Doma they went, where they met a young boy, a proud son of Yangxia. His tales of imperial oppression left a lasting impression on her. When she returned, she spoke passionately of the Doman's plight and urged us to take the boy in, but my wife and I would not hear of it. We thought the matter closed, but she never forgot his words. She became convinced that the Garleans would one day come for us, and it was in search of the strength to defend us that she left. Years later, to learn the ways of the shinobi. When the then Ruby Princess learned of this, she forbade Yugiri's return, lest she bring misfortune to us all.
We protested the judgment, but there was naught we could do, and so our daughter, who wanted only to keep her people safe. Surely there's something we can do for these people. They who gave her aid and succor when no other would.
I am but a humble stonemason.
Do you have a lot of work down here?
But if it is the Yasaki no Magatama you seek, I may yet be of some assistance to you. The jewel is known to possess an unusual property. To the naked eye, it is as a jade. But when bathed in a particular light, it shimmers with a divine
Replendents. I have mined similar materials before. To find them, one must use these lamps. They cast an invisible light under which the stones sparkle. In the deepest depths, they are invaluable. There is a sunken ship to the east. Though the currents may have spirited away her cargo, you should begin your search there. Thank you so much. We will do just that. I hope you find that which you seek. I only wish there was something more we could do to assist you. Know that you will be in my prayers. And when next you see our daughter, pray tell her not a day goes by that her parents and her brothers do not think of her.
Oh, she has brothers. Oh wait, is the priest dude a brother of hers?
We will, I promise.
Or brothers as in, like, the village brothers.
I would so dearly like to hear more of your adventures with my daughter, but I understand time is of the essence. Go now, and use the lamps as I told you. Ah, but be aware that their light only shines for short periods.
Gotcha. Alright. Alright, so we do anything else in the village? Not really. There's a lot of side quests, though. I will grab that blue unlock before we leave. On the off chance it's an ether current. Yep, it is. Good. Alright, I will... Yeah. These are more just interested in getting the reward they come with. Alright, boom. Couldn't I? There we are. Oh, it comes with a cinematic, really? And you are?
Chirp chirp.
I would do this normally off stream anyway, so we're just gonna skip that. But I'll only dwell on the MSQs and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's just gonna take up unnecessary amounts of time. That's an important character. Her dialogue is relevant later. Well, I'll look it up later then. What the dialogue would have been. I guess it's the same. Okay. All right. .99% of the Ether Unlock quests I've done have been, well, side quests. So, alright. So I can't talk to, Wait, where is he? Well, damn. So either swim all the way back to get my mount, or we'll just do it like this. Fuck it. Under the sea. Sorry. Can't resist.
If this wreck is the self-same vessel of which Soroban spoke, then if the gods are good, the Magatama is nearby. Ready your lamp and keep your eyes open, Shroud. We're going to need to take this slowly. Move too fast and we risk overlooking something. To find the Yasakani no Megatama, you will need to search the area marked on your map. Okay. Use your lamp to pinpoint the precise location. Alright.
Shark. Damn shark.
Alright, getting closer, it says. Wait, it's not this thing, is it? Probably not. I can't click on it, so. Don't see anything there. The thing is, I have no idea what it's supposed to look like, so. That doesn't help anything. Okay, light in the distance. What does that tell me? It tells me nothing. I just feel like a Big Daddy will show up. Okay, that is not helpful whatsoever. In the distant lights, you see a flickering light. Okay. That tells me Jack. Finally. There we go. Yusaki no Magatama. I swear, looking for a needle in a haystack would be quicker. Gosetsu will have died of old age by the time we finish. You haven't found anything, have you, Shroud?
I found it! We did it! Yeah!
This is it! The Yasakani no Magatama. Exactly as Soroban described. It would seem that our fortunes have finally changed for the better. Don't jinx it. Much as I would like to return and thank Yugiti's parents, Yugiti's parents for their assistance, time is of the essence. I say we make for the Tamamizo at once. Hold on to it for now, Shroud. Once we arrive, present it to the Elder, and then we could finally learn how to deal with the Red Kojin.
Get here! If I were a fish right now, it's just bleep, 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 bleep. Bleep, 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 bleep. Dave! Dave! What? Did you see that? Was it a shark? No. It looked like a machine thingy. Like we see in the river or by the road. Some of the land dwellers drive on. In the ocean? Yes, in the ocean. Nah. You've ate too many kelp weeds, haven't you? I'm telling you, I saw it. Nah, you didn't. I did. I swear I saw it. Ah. You need to lay off that stuff, I'm telling you. It's rotting your brain. Probably should go for the proper entrance over here. Tell you. Alright. I sense we'll be back.
You are returned, and with the Yasakani no Magatama, I trust.
There it is, Chief Man.
Yes, there is no mistake. Well done, well done.
So, about the Red Kojin, you said there was a way to make them retreat into their shells. Are you ready to tell us now?
Indeed, I did indeed, and yes, I am. For you see, divinity resides not only in material vessels, but in individuals. In laying claim to this most sacred of treasures, you have demonstrated an affinity with the divine. To treat with men and women such as you is to invite fortune into our homes. Gladly will we aid your cause. All is ready, Soraban? Then give them what they require.
This is a ceremonial knife of some sort?
For this blade, that which is sealed shall open. The treasure vault of the Kojin on the Isle of Zeki. It is there that our most prized relics, be they of the red or the blue, are kept safe. Fiercely do the red guard it, for its contents are more precious than their lives. Were the vault to be attacked, their response would be by necessity be immediate. Kojin would be summoned from moms around to defend their treasures.
And were we to sow enough chaos, the Reds in service to the Imperials would have no choice but to answer the call as well. Giving the Confederacy the sign they've been waiting for. Without the Kojin, the Imperials don't have nearly enough troops in Asari to hold off the pirates.
However, you must understand that the vault is holy ground, home to 1,000 kami. To intrude upon it without paying... I'm sensing a dungeon. Paying the proper respects is a sacrilege we cannot condone.
So if we were to pay the proper respects, it would be alright? Great! How do we do that again?
The Yasakani no Magatama is one of 3 most coveted treasures of the Kojin. The other 2 lie within the vault. Were you to deliver the jewel onto the others and thereby make them whole, the kami may forgive your trespass and instead delight in your mischief-making.
Aight.
So if I understand you correctly, you want us to take the sacred jewel coveted by your red brothers and deliver it to their treasure vault.
More or less. The Yasakani no Magatama belongs to the Isle of Zeki. So long as it finds its way there, we are satisfied.
Reverse heist. Instead of breaking in and stealing shit, we're breaking in to return shit. Reverse heist. Indeed.
The Magatama has chosen you to bear it to its brothers. Had it not, you would never have found it, and we would not be having this conversation. I shall inform the Confederacy of your plans, and bid them make ready to act when the time is right. The Isle of Zeki lies to the west of Sui no Sato. Look for a cave beneath the waters. May fortune favor you in this and all other endeavors.
Alright.
Right then, I'm not normally in the habit of sneaking into heavily guarded treasure vaults, but if this is the only way to convince the Confederacy to act, then so be it. We should be prepared for a fight. The bigger the better. The kind where you'll wish you had 7 of your most
Subtle.
7 of your most battle-hardened friends at your side.
Hint, hint.
Really? I don't know about you, but I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Me too. Let's do this. Right. Not left to say then.
To the Isle of Zeki. You never
Isle of Zeki. Right. Let's go and find that cave.
Right here. Back to the Alright, out of here.
Yeah! Hoi!
I'm singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain.
Oh, that is kind of ominous as fuck, though. Like that horizon in the water. Very imposing. Alright, Elysee.
Rapture.
You were the Bioshock references today, man. Assuming this is the right cave, it should lead us straight to the heart of the Isle of Zeki. Have you got a plan for once we get to the Isle? How about 2 of us get the guards' attention while the 3rd heads straight... Really? Afterwards, the other 2 join them there, and together we make a stand. With our numbers, it's not feasible to do anything more complicated, I think. Fine by me. I like simple plans. I'll be one of the decoys then. You read my mind. I also had a mind to ask Shroud to be one. Given his... Wait, what? Then it's settled. You 2 will make your way through the stronghold, creating as much chaos as... Okay, so no, okay. Gotcha. Meanwhile, I will attempt to locate the vault and gain entry with the ceremonial knife. When I'm inside, I will contact you via Link Pearl. Aye. Right. Come on, Shroud. We've got work to do.
Yes, let's go wreak some fucking havoc. Let's cause some chaos. My back's so weird.
Alright, so that's the exact plan.
Music changed.
Alright.
That works. Hello, lads. Down, dead, and dusted. How unfortunate. They kind of remind me of the Amal Jah a little bit. Just in terms of this lighting right now. Alright, so we gotta go up this way. Which means there's a staircase of some kind. A way to elevate ourselves. Don't mind me. Amalja plus Sahagin? Yeah, definitely a little bit. Alright. Lise, I've killed some motherfuckers. Does that count? Oh, I see you've also done so. You're a sight for sore eyes. I hope Alizé is alright. Shroud, Lise, can you hear me? I found the vault. Head northwest. There's a passage leading deeper within. Hurry! Alright, here we go. Making progress. There you are. The entrance is straight ahead. Good timing, I might add. It sounds like the whole garrison is headed straight for us. Oh goody. We're gonna fight a primal, aren't we?
Thieves! Come to steal our most precious treasures! You will pay for this sacrilege!
Actually, we're here to return some.
That's the spirit. Now don't be shy. I'm more than ready for another round.
She's bloodthirsty
Seize
today.
them!
Are we gonna fight a primal or just a really big boss?
What in the world?
Ooh, fancy.
Who hath made us whole?
Me, I did it. Me, moi. Hello.
A great kami stirs. Yes, yes. A great kami of the sacred treasures.
Yeah, of course, it's a primal.
O great kami, we beseech your intercession. We who have guarded your blade and glass for generations Your faithful Kojin.
It was I who made you whole. If I made you whole, it was not my intent, but I carried the trinket. Oh, that one might come off wrong. I don't know, 1 or 2. 1, if it was I who made you whole, and 2, if I made you whole, it was not my intent, but I carried the trinket. Blunt honesty, or suggestive, like, lie by omission? Alright, 1 is the first one, 2 is the second. First, 1. I go 2. Okay. Got 2 for 1, 1 for 2. Fitting. Alright. I don't see anybody else voting, so it was I who made you whole.
Thou didst freely deliver our jewel unto thine enemy's own treasure vault?
Yes?
How auspicious! We do commend thee, son of man.
Thank you. Can we not end this in a fight?
Audacity is deserving of celebration, exaltation, a contest of wills to mark the occasion. Let lines be drawn, let sides be chosen. And for their loyalty, we shall stand with the caretakers of our greater part.
Still ends in a fight. Still ends in a fight. Wouldn't have mattered how we answered.
Oh, perfect. A contest of wills. Just what we need.
Hearken to us, shelled ones. Upon this day your wish shall be granted. Curse neither your fate nor its executor, children of man, for we are of the divine, of both heaven and earth, the ringing silence, the raging calm. All riseth and falleth at the whim of capricious fortune. Assume your marks upon the stage and embrace the coming chaos.
Sure. Fancy. Are we getting Raiden or something? Raiden? Well, I guess not,
We
but...
are Susano, and in revelry do we rejoice.
Susano. Or Susano.
That's a primal standing in front of us, right?
Yep.
And a horde of angry Kojin at our backs. Oh, this contest is getting worse by the moment.
I can't disagree with that notion, no.
Lise, help me clear a path.
Alright.
Leave them to us and save your strength. You'll be needing it soon enough.
Make way! Make way!
Good luck, you two.
Spoil not your appetite for the feast, children of man. The dish will be served whether you will it or no.
Oh, shut up. Here we go again. Literally an ah shit, here we go again moment. Quite literally. Alright. How many primals do we gotta kill, man? Damn.
Speak with Alize. Oh. Susano. Yeah, yes, it's O with 2 O's. Then, well, then why are you adding the 2 O's? Even there it said, well, it was only 1 O. Yamato no Orochi. Oh, wait, hold on, we passed it. I never understand adding 2 O's, but you still want it to sound like 1 O. It's kind of counterintuitive. That was not part of the plan. A Kojin Primal was most definitely not part of the plan. Though I am sure there is a perfectly logical explanation involving the ether stored in the treasures and the religious fervor with which the Kojin guard them, or something. A pity Alphino isn't here to provide it. And just when I thought our fortunes had changed, I swear, Isotoban and his people knew this might happen. No, somehow I doubt that. Even the Reds seemed surprised by what happened. All rises and falls at the whim of capricious fortune, does it? Then the same goes for him. We have to defeat that primal. Well, hell yeah we do. Alright, let's go kick his ass. As before, our numbers limit our options. I wish I could claim to have a brilliant plan, but I don't. All I have is a desperate one. Lise, you and I will do our best to draw the Kojin away from the Primal. We'll lead them on a wild dodo chase all over the Isle. The rest of the plan, I'm afraid, you can guess. I'm sorry, Shroud. I truly am. But neither of us can even approach Susanoo, much less hope to defeat him. Which means you're on your own. Well, who knows? He does have an awful lot of adventurer friends. Maybe some of them decided to take a fishing trip to the Far East, and are surprisingly close by. Yes, and I speak fluent Hingan. Come on, there's no point putting this off. Susanoo is an ancient being of legend in Japanese folklore. I do know that. I'm well aware of that. I'm not completely ignorant when it comes to Japanese culture. I'm just mostly ignorant. I know some tidbits here and there that are just kind of in anime, to be honest. Susanoo being one of them. The Pool of Tribute now accessible. Alrighty. Alright, entrance time. Alright, we're gonna wait here for a few minutes. If the queue seems like it's gonna take too long, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to my Dark Knight just to hopefully speed it up as being a tank. Though, that will be a bit weird. On my way, wait for me. Well, as long as it don't take like 12 minutes, I doubt I'll have to get out of the queue. You love Alize's text here, and it is kind of riddled with self-referential humor. Real quick. Nah, I can wait till later to ask that. La 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 la. Susanoo. Raiden. Other shit. Da 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 do da 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 do da da. Mary. I'll be your white mage. Quick Q. Pull out and add me to the party. You'll queue faster. Ray Smooth, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Have you tried parsing your rotation? Have you tried parsing your rotation? What do you mean? Parsing my rotation. If you mean practicing my rotation, yes. Even though most games call the Thunder Kami Raiden, it's actually Rajin. You know that? He's the brother of the Wind Kami, Fujin. Okay. There we are. Alright. I'm not answering that question another time, man. Kitora Hiro, welcome. Yu-Gi-Oh brothers, just saying. Which ones? There's a couple different sets throughout the years. Oh, come on. Last DPS. Just give the check mark. Come on, dude. There we go. Alright, full party. Yeah, if we would have had to wait too long, I would have switched. Fujin and Rajin. Alright, here we go. You love this fight? Awesome. See if I will as well. Rejoice! It was a very flamboyant entrance. Alright.
Let the revels begin!
Alright, here we go. Oh good, I'm not the only samurai, I just noticed that. Alright, good, we got 2 layers of Higenbana on him then. Alright, boom.
The siege part for we alone!
Alright. Ooh, that... I kinda like that, that was fly as hell. Alright, relayered on my Higenbana.
The siege part for we alone!
There we go. Back off. Crap.
The seed part for we alone.
Ah, fuck. I want to get my Higginbana back on, but...
Our hearts sing in the chaos.
Oh, boy. Ah, shit, what's about to happen? Oh! Great!
Wild and pure and forever free.
Okay. Alright, give me that, give me. Alright, boom.
Rejoice!
Not gonna lie. Kinda scary.
Resilient souls, I salute you!
Thank you for saluting me, I appreciate it. Alright, now to get my Higginbana back on this fat ass. No, damn it! Fuck, what interrupted it? What? Ah, shit. Help! The fight is very anime? Yes, it is. Alright, good. Alright, let's try this again. Higginbana! Alright, Midari Sensukeke. There we go.
The seed part for we alone.
Oh, come on. You cheap bitch.
Earth and stone at our beck and
Oh, here we go. Fuck. Why me again?
such ferocity.
Fuck you. Susanoa! I'll cut you down myself. As soon as I'm freed from this damn rock. Damn bastard. Come on up.
The seas part, for we alone.
Bring him down, bring him down. Yes. Woo! He's just there for a good time. He just happens to love a good fight. Akira! Tatsuo! I don't know what you're referencing. I might know of what you're referencing, but I don't think I know what you're referencing. Right, before we go, real quick, player recommendation. And GG. Whew. That was fun. It was a very anime-esque fight, though. I do agree with that notion. It was very anime. The dropping of the stopping of the giant sword with a. Oh, I did not read that. Meanwhile, something. Akira, 1988. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. I know of it though. I know of that one. I just haven't seen it. Sip.
Nary a peep from the shellbacks, sir. It's enough to make one wonder.
This entire expansion is peak anime. It's definitely had a lot more of those anime moments, I will say.
The Red have sounded the alarm. The Isle of Zeki under attack. Fierce fighting in the stronghold.
Airdrop! That was Booming Voice Big Swordman boss. Fun and exhilarating, but we made it through. We made it through. It was nice though. I liked how it went down.
And strange tales from deep within. All this the Red cannot ignore. Even now, they abandon their posts and flock to the Isle. The Garleans are powerless to stop them.
I'll be damned they did it.
Hey, we made a promise.
Captain, wagers notwithstanding, I dare say we will not have a better opportunity to drive the Imperials from Asari and rescue our men. On the other hand, naught was put in writing. But if your mind is made up, then that is that. I should add that if you were to change your mind, none would gainsay your decision, nor think you beholden to your past. Nor would anyone begrudge you a spot of revenge into the bargain. Like the little miss said, we knew this day would come.
Isari may be a rotting husk, but at least the tavern keeper never watered down his drinks.
Well said for a temperate man.
I don't know if they meant for his hair to phase through the mask.
Hear me, comrades! We made a bargain with the Eorzeans, and I mean to uphold our end of it. I mean to remind the Garleans that this is our sea, that all here belongs to the Confederacy. All that is theirs is ours for the taking, and take it we shall. We will strip them of everything they hold dear.
Hell yeah. Still hate that flag, but at the same time.
This one is iron. My hands will break before he speaks.
Kami, give me strength. Are you good at anything?
No.
I had hoped this might prove more productive than blind inquiries, but I see you are determined to waste my time. Very well. Line them up. Kill one for every question he refuses to answer.
Total bitch.
Hurt them, and you will get naught from me.
You have given me precisely that thus far, so what have I to lose? Mark me, samurai. I will find Lord Hien, be it with your help or with your heads.
Confederate scum! You will pay for that!
Confederacy. They've come to save us!
And this after I took such pains to cow them. Even pirates have their pride, I suppose. Enough to march to their deaths, no less. Oh, the stupidity of it all. It truly is a sickness. I shall just have to lance the boil. Drain them of every last trace of honor and compassion. Every last drop.
Please tell me we get to cleave her head off.
My lady, I'm going outside. Oh! Oh! The Kami are not finished with you yet.
Alright. I was expecting something else to happen there. Hell yeah. Beat the fuckers down.
There's no end to them. They just keep coming.
Then we must be doing something right. We have to hold out for as long as we can. He's counting on us.
Susanoo is slain! Slain by the Shellless One!
Thank you for spreading the word. Much appreciated. So, lore-wise, did we fight that by ourselves, or did we fight that with friends? Because I know most of the fights have been solo, but I don't know if that one was. It was constantly referenced to, oh, if there was only... It kind of wishes you had 7 of your friends with you, and stuff like that. I don't know if, like, lore-wise we did officially do it by ourselves or not.
Well, in that case, how do you fancy helping us keep the Kojin occupied until the Confederacy make their move?
I don't mind. My blade's still sharpened.
Speak of the devils, that's coming from Isari.
I think we've done all we can here. Let's withdraw and make for the village.
Right. Although, they don't seem keen to let us go.
Yeah, we can fight our way out.
Hear me, Kojin of the Red.
Ah, peaceful
we have
solutions.
no quarrel with you. Only your imperial masters. No more blood need be shed this day. I pray you let us go in peace.
You dare speak to us of peace? Your flesh will feed the fishes, thief! Attack!
We haven't stolen anything, and we returned shit to you, if anything.
our chance. Don't worry about her. She can handle herself.
Aw.
How's Samurai? I love it quite a lot. I've been playing the class since Realm Reborn. I unlocked it when I got my Black Mage to level 50. It was the first non my first class I grabbed. So I've had it for a while, but it's been a lot of fun. It's heavy DPS, very heavy DPS. It's as far as I've worked it out with talking to other people about it, it's the highest DPS in the game next to Black Mage.
Take all the glory, can I?
I mean, I suppose not.
I mean, killing all of them, even if you kill absolutely all of them, do you actually beat our score, though? I mean, we got so many primals under our belts, I think we win.
Oh, look, it's a shark.
Hey, what happens if we swim up close to it? Am I gonna regret this? I might regret this.
Hello, Sharky. You may kill me, and I accept that as me fate. But at least notice me, damn it! Oi! Hey! Sharky! It's rude to ignore me! Sharky. Come on, Sharky. Do you notice me? Notice me. We phased right through you. You're just for show! Damn it.
Alright. So next up is the Lord of Revel. Sam offers not party utility, all DPS. Correct. It is a selfish DPS, as I believe... Who did say that? I know someone said it. Someone said it was, Someone said... referred to it like that, but yeah, it's a selfish DPS. It's not very great party utility. John Sleeper. Hey, John. Is it selfish DPS? Yes, it is. Very selfish. Truly selfish DPS. But the right kind of selfishness. Hey, no one complains when the boss dies, right? I think we're safe. I didn't see any Kojin following us. Wait here, I'm going back for Alize. She stayed behind so we could escape. I'm coming with you. Oh, we just came back. Alright, let's go get her. No, absolutely not. She stayed behind so that you could escape. Even I know that. I was the one who dragged you all into this. It was my fight, not yours. I knew that from the start, but I also knew I couldn't do it alone. But I've asked too much and let too much happen to you all. I have to make this right, and I have to do it on my own. So let me go, please. I'm asking you as a friend. I have to help her. You can start by finding me a towel and some bandages. Brr. Oh, she's back. Alize. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I said I was going to distract them, not make a heroic and ultimately futile last stand. Who does that anyway? Hey! Several people, actually. For the love of... This is stupid. You're embarrassing yourself and me. Shut up and let me have this. Right, that wasn't so bad, was it? Now then. We need to hurry back to Isari. Indeed we do. Alright, to the next part.
I don't see any soldiers. Do you think the Confederacy drove them off?
Probably. Ooh, mount speed increased. Yes. And we get an ether cannon. Yes. Finally.
Something definitely happened here. I see several people who look like they might be injured. Let's give them a hand and find out what we missed.